See, did you hear about those comments that Wendy Williams made on her show pertaining to an altercation that took place on the Real Housewives of Atlanta between Cynthia and Portia? Did you hear about what she said? Girl, you ain't gonna be ready. You ain't ready for this. Why did she say that she's ashamed to being black because those two got into an argument on the show? Now what? To me, yeah, she said that. She said that those two make her ashamed of being black. Now, first of all, if it takes two women on a reality show to make you feel ashamed of who you are and where you come from, then to me, like I was saying earlier, there's some deeper seed issues there. And like Wendy Williams did not talk about anybody because her career, especially when she came up in radio, she was what we would be ashamed of, like, in the community. Like, you know, she can't judge anybody. She came from an environment where she was addicted to cocaine, and she, you know, she had 8 abortions. She did all kind of stuff in the streets. You know what I'm saying? But for you to get on air and talk about you ashamed of being black, no, you should be ashamed of being yourself. And now you get in front of this audience, you know, and I said, you know, and the thing, if you watch Wendy Williams, you'll notice a pattern about her. And this is what I was trying to say earlier. Like, you know, you get in front, you cater to, and don't get me wrong, you can cater to who you want to, and I'm not trying to make this a race issue, but I noticed, like, when it comes to anything dealing with black people or black women, you're so quick to tear them down, and you're so quick to always to tear down black people, but you always build white people up. I don't know if you ever noticed that about her. And then to me, like, you know, you were known to get on air and sabotage people. Like, you know, people were going through things. People are people. And for you to put people's business out there, and you'll be the first one to put people's kids out there, always throwing people's kids, like there's been several times, like even Whitney Houston. Like, Whitney Houston has been her out a couple times because, you know, you putting her business out there. Okay, yes, she was addicted to drugs, but for you to make fun of that or bring light to that in an interview, I think that's very tacky. Even Evelyn from Basketball Wives had to get on her because, you know, you're sitting up there talking about her children on the air, talking about, oh, your baby ain't nothing but a cash register. You using your baby just to get cash. And my thing is like, you don't come for people's children like that, you know. And like Evelyn, you know, this was like a year ago. She says, like, okay, you know, Wendy, I've been nothing but good to you, and you know, when you had your debut on Broadway, I even bought you a nice bouquet of flowers. I don't bother anybody, but since you want to go there, I'm not sure to tell your man when I open up my new store, won't you tell him to come and buy another pair of pumps for another woman, because I know those pumps that he was buying were not your size because you got those big old mammoth of yours. So, you know, it's just like one of those things. Like, Wendy Williams is a mess. I don't respect her. I said, you know, you so quick. I remember she tried to come for Judge Mathis. Like, I heard an old interview back in 2002, and he let her have it. Like, she said, how you going to try to come here and talk about some stuff you read in a tabloid and try to tarnish my image when I worked to get to where I'm at, you know, to be the youngest judge in America, and for you to sit there, to be another sister, to sit there and try to tarnish my image when you don't have a squeaky image yourself. And that's just my biggest thing about Wendy Williams. I don't like her. I say, you're so quick to always throw shade at someone else, and your life is not squeaky clean.
Well, it could be she's trying to get her ratings up or keep her ratings up. But I would tell you, don't do me, Wendy. Do yourself.
Okay. Because if you
are you trying to talk to somebody, but that doesn't make you feel any less of an African American. Just because people are fighting or whatever. Now, I can't believe she made that kind of statement or even that kind of comment. I can't believe she did that.
Yeah, she did say that, and you know, and that just really bothered me, you know. And like I was trying to say, and I kind of disagreed with the gentleman who was on the phone, I don't see any other cultures getting on TV denouncing their religion or denouncing their ethnicity. We're the only people that will do that. Like, we're the only people that will get on TV and apologize for what the next person does. Like I said, at the end of the day, I'm proud of being black, and I don't base my blackness off of what someone else does. Someone else does. You know, I just disagree with that. Like, why would you be in front of a mostly white audience and say that? That really bothered me. You know, and I really have respect for her. Huh?
She looking like a big old. They have to put somebody say she looking like a big old Ruth Hall. Looking like a big old.
That's why Omarosa read her too. Like, she said, "You're trying to be an angry black woman." She said, "No, I'd rather be an angry black woman that is, you know, assertive and that doesn't take mess off nobody than being a buffoon." And Wendy Williams is nothing but a buffoon to me. You're a clown, you know. And to me, your success has been based upon other people's misfortune and other people's struggles in life. That's the only reason you got to where you're at. She's a lowlife. Like, she's been cussed out by so many people. Like, I just wouldn't want to be known to be that kind of chick. You know what I'm saying? I just wouldn't want to be known to say that I've gotten somewhere in life. Because what you do is not true journalism. Like, you have that platform, but you don't use that platform for positive. Like, there's so much good she could be doing with that. Like Oprah. Like, you see people like Oprah. She used her platform to help out people, educate people, inform people, get back to the community. What does Wendy Williams do? She just perpetuates mess and gossip. That's all she's good for. And, you know, and I just think that she's a horrible human being. I think she's low, you know, and for you to get on TV and belittle your people, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You know, I mean, anything, and like Portia from Real Housewives of Atlanta, she said one time, I guess last year, I forget what award show it was, but they were saying how one of the people from Ricky Smiley Morning Show, I can't think of the queen on the show, I can't think of his name, but he was at the red carpet event interviewing Wendy Williams, and he was like, you know, asking her about different things, and then she was talking about, well, she was talking about, are you tuning in to Real Housewives of Atlanta this season? She said, oh no, I don't watch shows that where black women are tearing each other down. And Portia made a good point. I said, yeah, she doesn't have to watch our show because she has a show where she does that anyway. Like, she tears people down, black women down anyway. So what are you talking about? Somebody tear someone down and you do it every day on your show.
But I want to say this real quick too, that you know, misery loves company. She's miserable, and that audience is her company. And I really don't watch the show that much, but, you know, when I see her in the news or whatever, or, you know, like if I hear little things about her, then I'll listen to see what's going on. But the issue that I have is that when you don't have anything good going on for yourself, you love to see negative things happen. You love to stir up falsehood, and you love to, you know, try to bring out the worst in people because you know that you have not gone anywhere in your life and you are miserable and you are just an evil person. And that's how I've always seen her. And so, you know, so she gets her glory and she gets her happiness for tearing people down. But then when somebody snaps back on her, then it's almost like she really has nothing to say, you know. And I'm sitting up here like, what are you doing? Like, why are you still on air? Like, why are you even still in existence? Like people just need to turn her show off. Don't give her the ratings so she can get off the
Yep, and that's how we fight back. Because the same could be said about Raven Simone, because you know she made a lot of those comments too about the whole. Did you hear about the whole thing? She was talking about ghetto names and how she would never hire somebody with an ethnic name or something like that. And my thing is for you to sit there and sit on that panel of The View every day and make all these controversial comments, girl. First of all, you forgot where you came from.
Yep, that was
last time I checked. Huh?
I was going to say the same thing. You never forget where you come from. I don't care how big, you know, or where you've gone. Never forget where you come from. But I want to say this too, that you know the people on her show, they love that type of, you know, atmosphere that she portrays. That she said, is it right? No, it's not right. But you know, you got people in the world like that today that are still like that. They like that old nasty, you know, gospel stuff. But to me, it seemed like Wendy, when she said stuff to them, when they lash back at her and get her, then she's like, oh, woe is me. Oh, you know what I'm saying? No, you said it, but now you want to be, you know, you want to treat people right down, you want to be the victim. Oh, I can't believe that, yes, because you did it to them, but they caught you yourself.
Right.
So just be careful. She needs to be careful. And like you said, sister, they need to just, you know, take that show on off the air. So I think that's racism. You know, that's letting your own race down. You know, to me. You know,
and to me that's more despicable than anything. You know, that you know, it's one thing when another group of people, you know, is racist against another group, but when you doing that to your own kind instead of elevating your kind, like, okay, we already have enough negative images out there of us, but for you to sit there and perpetuate, that's the kind of stuff that perpetuates racism, and it kind of, to me, it gives an excuse for other people to look down on us. I said, well, you know, since they talk about their own kind, they belittle their own kind, you know, why should we respect them? And like I said, Wendy Williams has a platform. She has a national platform, you know, where she could be making a difference. You know, she could be like the next Oprah, you know, but you choose to use that platform for mess, and I think she's going to be held accountable for that. I think it's a sin. I think it's a crying shame anytime you have the means and the resource to make a difference and to make a positive change, but you choose not to. That's evil. That's evil to me. Like you have the choice. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you know, you could be doing so much more, but you want to stir the pot and stir up so much mess. I can go in on her for a while. I just don't respect her. You know, because I've been looking at a lot of her past interviews and just seeing how she's just a snake. She's like a serpent. She done slithered her way up to the top. You know, I was looking at one of those interviews where, you know, Method Man, even to this day, every time he gets a chance to take a jab at Wendy Williams, he does, because I don't blame him. Like, his wife, it was about 10 years ago, she was dealing with cancer. And, you know, she didn't want, he says, one thing, if you come after me, I'm a celebrity, so I'm in the public light. So I don't care about you talking about me. But the thing is, when you put my wife and my family in there, she's dealing with cancer, her hair done fell all out, she don't want people paying attention to that, and you gonna put that business out on the air. Like, why would you put out there on the air about this woman going through cancer treatment, and it wasn't even like you was gonna do anything for her. You just sitting up there talking about that woman on air like that, and putting that woman's business out on blast like that. And that's what I'm saying, man. She's a low-lifed human being. She's a low-lifed human being. I'm sorry, that's how I feel about it. I said, you know, anytime you talk about people's kids, anytime you talk about people that's dying from terminal illnesses, like, girl, what are you getting out of that? What are you getting out of reporting about? You know, I don't like mess like that. If it's not, you know, I like to, you know, talk about the celebrities and everything, but it's just a line that you cross. You don't talk about people's families and their children, and it's just certain things you just don't do. And I think I don't even consider what she does journalism. I just think she has no ethics.
Well, that's how she makes her living. Yep, that's how she makes her living, y'all. That's exactly how she makes her living. Is it right? No. You know, but people love that. Misery loves company.
Yeah, and like and like they say, as long as people keep tuning in to that foolishness, see, you made a good point. You have to decide to turn out there, because if they don't have the ratings, they can't stay on air. That's the same thing with Raven-Symoné. Like, the reason why Raven-Symoné is still on The View is because she offers shock value. And I think as long as people keep watching that show to see what crazy stuff she's going to say next, they're going to keep putting her on air. They're not going to take Raven-Symoné out because they know she's going to say something crazy, and everybody's going to tune in, everybody's going to talk about it, and it doesn't matter how crazy it is. And I think that's what a lot of times, that's how
all that attention it draws is free advertisement.
Exactly.
So my question is, did anybody address Wendy or put Wendy out there for saying that? Or is anybody talking about it? A lot of the bloggers online are talking about it. A lot of commentators on YouTube and private blogs, but I don't know if anybody publicly, like, any of the entertainment shows on, network TV have put her on blast. But I know a lot of people on Black Twitter, and, have been talking about her and been dragging her for that. But the thing about Wendy is, like, that's to be expected from her. She's been doing this stuff for years, so, ain't nothing's gonna change.